All right, veterans, we got a lot to cover in today's video, so let's get started. Today, we are going to be covering this gentleman.
I'm here with the legendary Joseph McMoneagle. You are known as remote viewer number one. And in my mind, you are sort of the archetypal remote viewer as part of the Stargate program. I think you're as or more gifted than any psychic in the world. And you've developed some open source protocols that you now teach as well. You won the Legion of Merit for over 200 instances in which you added to military intelligence. You've saved countless lives. And so thank you for your service, and thank you for having me here. I am honored to be here.
So today we are going to be covering Joseph McMoneagle, right? And he is considered the best remote viewer on the planet. And in today's video, I'm going to show you some highlights from a recent interview he just did with Jesse Michaels. So we're going to be covering photos allegedly from the surface of Mars that show non-human structures, technology, the non-humans themselves, right? We got a lot to get into. We'll also talk a little bit about John Mack, who was a Harvard psychologist who infamously died in England, potentially under, controversial, circumstances. But Joseph McMoneagle was actually with John Mack the day he died, and he has something to say about that. Now, we'll also get into what Joseph thinks about humans, right? And potentially he claims we're aliens ourselves, and his theory on how it all happened is fascinating. And even a photo that was shown to Joseph McMoneagle by Jacques Vallée that allegedly showed a UFO coming out of a lake, and there was a particular detail about the photo that made it all the more credible. In today's episode, we got a lot to cover, so let's get started.
I have probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 60-something photographs of things on Mars that are clearly alien.
Is it possible that there was a civilization on Mars thousands of years ago?
When did you start to believe there was life on Mars?
Well, you saw the square.
Yeah.
That square on Mars.
Is that real?
Yes, that's real.
Is that real?
That's real. That's 3 feet long and that big around.
That was taken on Mars.
That's laying on Mars. These pyramidal places are like hibernation chambers. They're trying to survive until somebody comes to save them.
Wow, that's
But
amazing.
That's not the coolest thing.
That's so cool, though. You're saying that you remote viewed a pyramid on Mars 1 million years ago.
Now, before we get to the main entree of the photos from Mars, let me serve you up a couple of appetizers. First up, this is Joseph McMoneagle talking about the legendary John Mack and being with him again the day he passed away.
I knew John Mack.
You knew John Mack
I was in England when he was there, and I sat at the table with him and we talked about some stuff.
when he died?
That day he died,
Oh,
yes.
Jesus.
He remembered a paper in his hotel, and he went back to get it and looked the wrong way when he stepped off the curb.
Are you conspiratorial about that?
No.
Okay.
No, it was an honest accident.
Mm-hmm.
Americans looked the other way, and the cab killed him that was doing 50 miles an hour.
Yeah.
So if he had looked the right way, he would have seen that they drive on the wrong side of the road.
Right.
That's interesting to hear that response from Joseph, and honestly, I appreciated that because there is a lot of conspiracy around the way that he passed away that day. And Joseph, who was with him that day, is stating, I don't think there was anything to it. Sometimes people just look the wrong way. Now let's move on to another interesting part of this interview where Joseph explains that he was shown a picture by Jacques Vallée about a UFO coming out of a lake, right? And again, there was one particular part of this photo that had him all stunned.
And now I've had UFOs shown to me in blow-up photographs by some of those people.
You told me that. You told me Jacques Vallée showed you a photo of a UFO coming out of a lake. Yeah.
Yeah. And he kept saying to me, check it out. I checked it out. He said, did you see what I'm seeing? I said, what? He said, look at it. I looked at it, looked at it, looked at it. And I finally said, maybe I'm not seeing what you're seeing.
And you missed you didn't see the
He
UFO
said,
in the lake.
no, I saw the UFO.
Ah.
He said, look at the cows. Every cow in that picture was looking at the UFO. So
I want to see this photo.
the pilot never saw it.
I'm going to call Jacques
It
after.
flew right in front of his plane. The pilot never saw it.
I just find that so funny. Like every cow in the picture is looking at that UFO. Can you imagine the cows just like munching, you know what I mean, on some grass right there by the lake, you know? Fred, you seeing this? You seeing this UFO, man? Huh? You seeing this? Like, you know what I mean? They'll just look up at this thing. What's interesting is, was it coming out of the water or going into the water? I don't know, but I would love to see this photo, right? I would definitely love to see this photo. How big is the UFO? How big is this lake? How close up is it that you can see the cows? And you can even see which direction they're looking. You know what I mean? Like you can actually tell they're all looking at this UFO. Yeah, very interested. You know, daytime, nighttime, whatever, right? There's a lot of details here, but I don't know. Very interesting. Now let's move to the main course. Now, I did save a little bit of dessert for the end, so stay with me there. But let's start with these photos, allegedly coming from the surface of Mars.
This is a bone on Mars.
What?
Okay?
That's on Mars.
That's on Mars. That's a bone.
What?
Yeah. It certainly isn't a stone.
That does not look like a stone. And you got these from JPL?
Yeah.
Really?
Come right off a negative of Mars in their mapping series.
Again, I'll put a link in the description so you can go watch this full interview and check out these photos even closer. But looking at this one here of the bone, yeah, this is interesting, right? For sure. Now, I did look up this photo on Google, and it's basically just saying it's a natural rock formation, right? So people have seen this, and that's what they say. So, but I don't know, right? Joseph is claiming, nah, this is a bone. And I'll admit, it looks like a bone. And I actually found the original image this came from. It's much larger. You can see it right here. And if we zoom in, you can see this exact same, quote unquote bone that Joseph McMoneagle is talking about. Now, again, I looked it up online, and NASA released, this explanation right here. They just think it comes from erosion and just natural occurrences, right? I don't know.
These little buildings. One there, one there. Here's 3 in a row.
Buildings?
Yeah.
This is on Mars.
Here's a building over here.
Is it a picture from a rover, or is it a picture from a telescope? Or
It's a picture from a mapping. Here's a curlicue. It's a picture from a mapping satellite. That's a satellite making maps of Mars.
wow.
That is a non-natural edge. You don't get a 30-mile edge like that.
Wow.
That's by nature. That's a sheer cliff.
How long is that?
30 miles.
30 miles.
Now I'll show you where it comes from. Here it is. So that's that edge. That's just a deep chasm. That's a perfectly straight edge. It comes out of right here and goes straight as an arrow all the way across and then fades into the ground there. Here's a cavern, and it's got all this like wire stuff on the top.
So that's a subterranean cavern?
That's a subterranean cavern. You cannot see into it, but it's very deep.
And there's wiring?
That's wiring. Here's the interesting part. When we first caught this on Mars, there was a bright red light right here. That's gone out since we caught it. I actually have a photo of the light.
What?
Yeah,
What do you think?
Bright red light.
What do you think the light was? Well, that almost implies that there's something there now.
Yeah.
I admit that this is a weird photo, and I actually did a reverse Google image search on this, and I couldn't find anything. I searched for like wiring on the surface of Mars. I don't know. So maybe if anyone can point me down in the comments to this original image. But it is fascinating. I agree. This is probably the most fascinating photo that I saw. But listen, Joseph didn't stop there because he showed even more.
Let me show you something else.
So there are people at JPL who definitively think...
There you go.
Is that real?
That's real. That's 3 feet long and that big around. And it's got buttons on it and a rotating thing
that
here.
was taken on Mars.
That's laying on Mars, man.
And if you sent that to like a NASA photo instrumentation specialist, they wouldn't be able to
They'd
debunk it.
what they do is they say, bullshit, that's not off of Mars. Well, I have the negative.
You have the negative.
Yeah. So they can say whatever the hell they want.
And you can back it up with these JPL guys.
Yeah. Wow. So I will send you that.
Thank you.
Okay. And I'll send you something else very similar.
Now, there's a couple points to take from here. One is Joseph's mention of the negatives. That is going to be an important point here in just a minute. Now, he's also saying that JPL scientists, right, can back up these pictures, whatever that means, right, can sort of validate him, or, you know what I mean? Like, they're in on it. He's kind of implying that JPL is aware of these photos, knows what they are, and is sort of hiding them, right, from everybody, right? And then he knows some of these JPL scientists, right? They're sources for him. And I reversed, image searched this image here, right? And I couldn't find anything. So are these the first time these images are being shown? Because this is crazy, right? But I will say, like, it looks like an old Nokia phone. So it does look odd. Like, I'm not saying it doesn't. It looks absolutely odd. And there's so many pictures from the surface of Mars. You can do all kinds of searches and find just odd things, right? For sure. But this is interesting, right? I can't find these pictures, right? So I don't know. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
So JPL is just sitting on these.
Yeah, but you got to understand something. You got to know exactly what negative you're asking for to get the picture.
Why would they hide this information?
They're not hiding it. They're just not talking about it.
But it's so mind-blowing and important. Can we get these negatives, the photos on Mars?
I can show you one or two.
That'd be amazing.
I can send it to you.
That'd be awesome.
But I'm not going to send you a bunch of them. I'll send you one or two.
Whatever you want.
That are absolutely, for sure.
That's remarkable,
bizarre.
Man. That's incredible.
So, I don't know what to think about the photos. I'll leave that up to you to decide. Again, I'll put some links in the description if you want to go do a little more diving deep into this, rabbit hole about this. And again, a link in the description to the Jesse Michaels interview. But if you remember earlier, I said I had a little bit of dessert for you, and I do. So let's take a look at one more part of this interview to end on. And I think I personally find it absolutely a fascinating conversation.
I mean, the other interesting thing I'm just thinking as you're saying all of this is that it's been hypothesized even by conventional science that at one point habitable life existed on Mars and it was stripped of its magnetosphere, maybe due to an asteroid
impact. Because it was moved. Something passed through our solar system and took inner area planets and moved them to outer areas, outer rim.
And what do you
think? Outer rim planets were moved to inner rim.
What do you think? What do you think moved through our solar system?
Some big object passed through our solar system that did that with its gravity field.
Yeah.
Okay. It probably stripped the atmosphere off Mars at the same time. It's impossible to know now. It could be a wild planet out there doing an elliptical orbit that takes 20,000 years.
Any other alien artifacts that you saw in these negatives?
Sure.
What else?
I'm not going to go there because this is all going in a book. But I got to tell you this. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. I think sufficient evidence exists that we, in fact, might be aliens.
And what is that evidence?
That evidence is the way we treat our planet.
Not well.
All we do is take. We're the only animals on this planet that has no respect for our nest.
So you think we were imported here?
I think this is where we came, maybe, from Mars.
So maybe some remnant survivors of that cataclysm or something, or explorers, maybe before the cataclysm came here?
I think there were people that got stuck on Mars and tried to survive by hibernating. I think elements of people on Mars went all different directions looking for help or another place they could go, and I think some of the people wound up here.
All right, vetters, we'll see you in the next video. Remember, every day's a gift, y'all. Peace.